Okay, you guys, so I'm trying to figure out what's really going on with your girl Riri because this one definitely raised my eyebrows. There's a blind item floating around alleging that Rihanna showed up to her Savage Fenty Valentine's Day photo shoot, so intoxicated that the team couldn't even use the real photos from the shoot. Allegedly, they ended up using AI-generated images of her instead. Basically, they created a fake version of Rihanna for the campaign because the real Rihanna was supposedly in no condition to be in front of the camera. Now the blind item reads, this foreign-born, one-named, permanent A-list singer was so wasted at a photo shoot for her new line, they used AI versions of her. Now let's be real. Savage Fenty is Rihanna's bread and butter right now. This is the brand that helped make her a billionaire. This is her company, her vision, and she is the face of it. So, if she really showed up that messed up to her own photo shoot, that's actually very concerning. It makes you start wondering if Rihanna might be dealing with some kind of issue. And what really gets me is the fact that, allegedly, they didn't just reschedule the shoot. Instead, they went ahead and used AI. That tells me the timeline was probably extremely tight, and they couldn't afford any delays. But it also raises the question of whether this is a one-time incident or something that's been happening more than once. We all know back in the day Rihanna was definitely a party girl. That wasn't a secret. But since she's had her 3 kids with A$AP Rocky, it really seemed like she had calmed down and shifted her priorities. She's been presenting herself as more focused, more grounded, and more centered on motherhood. So, if this blind item is actually true, it's honestly pretty alarming. Being a mother of 3 is already a lot, and that kind of responsibility is no joke. But y'all let me know what you think. Do you believe Rihanna could be dealing with some sort of addiction? Or do you think this blind item is just reaching? Now, moving on to the next story. Okay, you guys. So, Donnie McClurkin is finally responding to some very serious allegations that have just come out against him. Grammy-winning gospel artist Donnie McClurkin is currently being sued by a man named Jeppy Corletto, who is accusing him of sexual assault. According to the lawsuit, Corletto says he first met McClurkin back in 2003 when he was 21 years old at McClurkin's church in Long Island. At the time, Corletto says he was struggling with his sexuality and his faith, and after reading McClurkin's book about overcoming homosexuality, he believed McClurkin could help guide him spiritually. They allegedly formed a mentor-mentee relationship, and eventually McClurkin hired Corletto as his personal assistant. According to the lawsuit, that's when the alleged abuse began. Corletto claims that between 2007 and 2015, McClurkin assaulted him multiple times during work trips to places like California, New Jersey, Florida, Boston, Niagara Falls, and other locations. The lawsuit also alleges that Corletto tried to leave the situation several times, but McClurkin would allegedly tell him that his spiritual healing and deliverance depended on him staying in the relationship. Now, one of the most damaging pieces of alleged evidence mentioned in the lawsuit is an email Corletto claims was sent by McClurkin in 2013. In that email, McClurkin allegedly apologizes for his behavior and refers to himself as a dirty old man who was pawing and groping a young man who just wanted friendship and guidance. If that email is real and can be authenticated, it could be extremely harmful to McClurkin's case. That being said, McClurkin has publicly responded and is denying all of the allegations. He says the accuser is lying and claims he will pray for him. I want you guys to listen to what McClurkin had to say, and then tell me what you think about this situation in the comments. But that's all I have for you, and I'll talk to you later.
God bless you all. Hey, just came on. I'm about to go into our prayer service. We're in our consecration, and I'm about to go into prayer. And I just wanted to address something personally. You've heard a lot that's been going on. You've heard many different accusations lodged and alleged. You've heard some very untrue things. And you've also seen an official statement that I put out. But I wanted to lend my voice and my face to this. And I wanted to let you know that I thank God for every one of you praying for me and for the support. And I thank God for truth, which you have not heard. You have not heard the truth, but you will. But I just didn't want to go any longer without addressing it. I've remained silent while this campaign, this media campaign was launched. I've remained silent because the Bible tells you to be slow to speak, slow to speak, quick to hear, and slow to anger. And so I had to sit back and I had to pray, because there are people that look for this to be true. There are people that have already formed their opinion based on the strategic approach of defamation that's gone forward. But I just want to let you all know, from my mouth to you, from my heart to yours, that it's unfortunate that I'm trying to be delicate. It's unfortunate that such allegations have been lodged. I don't understand the machinations of the young man's mind. He's not young, really. He's 40 some odd years old. But I haven't seen this fellow in over, well, now it's 11 years, since 2015. And I haven't spoken to him since that long either. But people do things for different reasons. Most of them are monetarily motivated. And it's a shame. It's a shame, because to consider yourself, or to proclaim yourself to be a victim of something that didn't happen, discredits the people that it has happened to. And it's a shame. But the one thing that I do know is that truth will always prevail. And the disturbed minds of other people cannot prohibit the truth from speaking loudly. Although a lie is very loud and boisterous and quick, the truth is very slow walking, and it takes a moment, but it comes to the foreground. I just wanted to let you all know, although this has caused much controversy, and it's caused people to formulate opinions, and it's caused people to vilify and to ridicule. The one thing that I can say is I've tried my best throughout all these years to be transparent. I've tried my best and held up the standard of Christ as best I can. Flawed in many ways sometimes, but transparent. And I transparently tell you that this is all fabricated and untrue. And I'm praying for the gentleman. I'm praying for the gentleman that he would regain some kind of lucid thought and give his life to the Lord, really. And just keep me in your prayers. And that's as far as I want to go with this. And on all, it's circulated through all of the major media markets. And I didn't want to go to NBC and TMZ and People Magazine and all the other places that it's been heralded. I wanted to come straight to you. And the best way to do so is through this social media. So know this, from my heart to yours. This is going to be quite interesting, but God knows, and I rely on the Lord. I rely on the Lord to bring all things to the light. And the one thing I've never done is the things that I've been accused of. Ever in my life have I done that. So keep me in your prayers. I'm going out to prayer at 7 o'clock. And you heard it from me now. I love you all. And the blood of Jesus keep you all covered. God bless you. Bye-bye.